I'm Rick.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Laura, and these are our dogs, Noah and Layla.
Well, we previously had two dogs from the same litter. They were a mixed golden retriever and lab, but they look more like labs. And I had a picture of the two of them on my computer screen at work. And another worker at the hospital came through and happened to see the picture on my screen and just admired them and said, "Oh, I have labs." So she offered me a puppy. I thought that was nice. I really didn't think it was going to happen. We went over to visit, the three of us, to see them before they were very young. But she offered us one pup, but then
We went walking in the door to pick them out. I said to her, Julie, do you mind if we take two? And she just looked at me and said, would you?
we picked a chocolate, a female, and a yellow male that we really loved. We still had our Patrick, who was our yellow mixed lab golden. So he came with us when we went to pick them up. They were a little confused as to why we had these little guys in the car with us, but and he tolerated them pretty well. They loved him, but he was kind of just...
They knew he was the boss.
Yeah.
Our dogs, Noah and Layla, they are very attached to one another, being siblings. They love to be around one another. So much that, when we're talking to them, they'll pay attention to each other more than us.
So our Layla, we call her Stretch because when she lies down, she stretches her front legs out and her hind legs out totally behind her, like she's so flexible. Looks like the Sphinx. And Noah is very noisy. He likes to talk a lot. He makes lots of grunting and growly noises when he lies down, or just for no reason at all. We don't know what he's saying, but seems like he's talking to us. And he does a lot of whining. We don't know why all the time, but he likes to whine. And if you leave them outside, hooked up outside and go into the house, even if you're out there with him, he'll whine. I don't know why, but he likes to do that.
Noah really, really loves food so much that it would seem like we don't actually feed him. So something he'll do is if you bring, food out into the kitchen and you leave it on the table, he'll go and he'll just sit there and look at it. So one time I brought home this gingerbread house that I had made, and I left it on the kitchen counter, and Noah went out there and sat and looked at the gingerbread house for maybe 30 minutes and just sat there and stared at it, hoping it would, come towards him in the process.
So every time we come up here to our summer home up here in Essex, the dogs get so excited. They're dancing around in the back of the truck and they can't wait to get here. And as soon as they get here, the only thing they want to do is just bolt down onto the mud flats and go swimming. So just this past spring when we came up here, we did the same thing, brought them here, and they wanted to go down, and when we got ready to take them down, I got them to the top of the pier, I let them go, and the pier wasn't hooked up, and they both ran right off the end of the stone pier, and they didn't realize that there was nothing there, and so it was like a 6-7 foot drop right into the water, and they were just freaking out because they didn't know, where's our landing? And so finally they got back up in the marsh, started running around the marsh, and they run side by side.
Well, we never thought we'd get another set of sibling dogs after we lost our Trixie and later on our Patrick, but we're so happy we have them there.
They drive us crazy a lot of the time, but in the end, they're great dogs, and we love them no matter what.
A little bit crazy, and they're full of energy and do crazy things, but we just love them, and they're part of our family.